What's going on, everyone? Thank you for tuning in today. We got our man Swin from the SwinCity League here today. Man, Swin, thank you for coming on, man. How are you?
No problem, man. I'm good. I appreciate y'all, inviting me out.
No doubt.
Old man getting out here with the young people.
For sure. For sure. Well, shoot, man, we appreciate it. Know you're a busy dude. Got a lot of big stuff on the way. So I remember when I first saw like the SwinCity League, I think I was a freshman or sophomore in high school. Because I remember you were doing a lot on the high school side. Mm-hmm. And someone came to me and was like, yo, Jack, you playing in Swin? I was like, what does that mean, bro? I play with Showtime. I play with Duncanville. What do you mean? And they're like, no, man, like SwinCity League. And they pulled up the jerseys and I was like, oh, the jerseys are dope.
Yeah.
So followed y'all on social and, played in like a couple little high school events, whatever. But man, I just got to ask you, like, how did you get started with the whole SwinCity concept?
One day I was drinking on some coffee. I'm lying. I wasn't drinking on no coffee. Before SwinCity, I was a trainer back in 2007. I started training, and then 2012, I created She's Up Showcase, which was an exposure camp for women or young ladies to help them get basketball scholarships. And then 2018, it was time for a rebrand, and I created SwinCity.
Mm-hmm. Got you. So I know you were mentioning before how you came up with the name for SwinCity, and I thought that story was dope. So if you could you could share that.
Yeah. So I was driving around downtown after I came from Colorado Springs. I was doing some evaluations on the women's side, on the girls' side. And then came back. I was like, okay, it's time for the rebrand. So I'm driving around downtown. I'm listening to Kanye. Shouts out to Ye. SwinCity I think it was Cruel Summer. So with that, as I was driving around, matter of fact, I was on 75. Mm-hmm. This was like at 11 o'clock at night, right? So, and it was in that, and it was. I'm gonna add to this because it was also a good and bad transition. The good side of the transition was I was rebranding. The bad side of the transition was I didn't have no money.
Yeah.
I had like $23 to my name, because I literally just stopped. I literally stopped doing the camps. And then, I was, I hit the mic.
You're good.
Hands.
Yeah, you're good.
So where was I going with it? Oh yeah. So with coming back from Colorado and have much money left, the rebrand was I was like, dang, what am I gonna do? So I'm going up 75. I'm listening to Kanye, listening to SwinCity, and the part about it was like, y'all are all unwelcome to SwinCity. I'm sitting there like, okay, let me rewind that again. I thought I heard something. He said, y'all are all unwelcome to SwinCity. I was like, that's it. SwinCity. So I called up my cousin because he knew about the rebrand. And I said, yo, I got it. He's like, what is it? I said, SwinCity. He said, ooh.
Yeah.
And, we went forward with it. And that's basically it. Even before I even created the name, it was the part to where I was like, all right, I need to talk to one of my mentors, which is Kenny Dykeman. He was like, yo, you need to do something, I was like, I'm going to do the league. Well, do the league. We need one in the South, and we do have a couple in the South. We have quite a few here in the South. And we've had, successful ones for the time that they came. With that, we've had a void. We had a void for maybe it was like a 2-year run of a void. And I was like, you know what? I think we need to go ahead and knock this part out, So, like I said earlier, when we was just talking, 2018 we flopped. Spent a lot of money. People didn't show. 2019, same thing. COVID hit, and that was the part where I was like, okay, mind you, I got the magazine too.
Right.
I have the magazine, and the magazine was on its way up, and it's still up, but the part where I didn't know how everything was going to just navigate in regards to basketball because COVID, they might play, they might not play. So the part where we didn't have play, that was my opportunity to get players to participate. So I didn't go towards the AAU side of it. I went towards the high school side of it.
Mm-hmm.
And because I had those relationships with, the high school coaches, it was like, Swin, we rock with you. We know what you do. We know you're for the kids. We're going to participate. That high school, we brought the ching down from Dykeman. Those guys were playing like it was a champion, like it was a state championship.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And then after that, we did the middle school. Middle school was cool. It was real cool. Matter of fact, that's when we first got introduced to Bugs. He's committed to TCU.
Yeah.
And quite a few other guys. Matter of fact, I think I forgot my man's name. He was at Duncanville, but he's not. He went to Pinkston. Now he's at the Colony now.
Bryce Dixon. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but with all that, it was like, okay, we people are locking in. People started coming out. They wanted to see. Because the vision that I told them, like, hey, this is what we're doing. Everyone's wearing the same uniforms. Well, we got our own uniforms. That don't matter. We have the uniforms. So they're like, Then they saw it. It was like, oh, shoot, this is lit.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's an old person word now. Or I don't know.
I use it. I might be
use
old,
it. Okay.
I might be getting old.
You young.
Yeah.
You are. You are Mr. Prince.
All right.
But after the middle school, we did the Chosen City. We brought that back, and we had Wade Taylor, C.J. Nolan, Zurich.
Yeah.
And quite a few other guys. Hold on, you graduated
23.
Okay, yeah.
I was in it like the second or third year.
Yeah. And Juan
Reina.
Yeah. So that sparked it, and then
that might have actually been where I first heard SwinCity from, because I remember Zurich was talking about playing it, and he was like, "Yeah, man, like this dude Tony, man, he's got this cool thing going on over there. It's over at Trinity Basin, Cedar Hill." And I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Like, and then I saw Britt going and taking some pictures, and I was like, oh, like they got the uniforms. Seems real tight ship over there.
Yeah.
Like, all right, cool.
Yeah. I demand excellence, man.
For sure.
If I cannot go 100%, I do not do it. I do not do it. And then the cool part about it was like, all right, we're doing the high school. It rocked out. The middle school rocked out. The All-Star game rocked out. It was crazy.
It always was.
Yeah.
I did the All-Star game twice. It was like, yeah.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
And it was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and see what this the summer side of it is.
Mm-hmm.
So went back to, talk to Kenny. He was like, yeah, do it.
In sports, success is not just about talent. It's about having the right tools to make every move count. That's where B1 Sports comes in. With next-level AI technology, we provide the tools so that way you can work harder, play smarter, and stay ahead of the competition. Just like a basketball team needs precise plays, you and your team need precise insights. B1 Sports combines artificial intelligence with sports science to give you all of the tools necessary so that you can stay ahead of the competition. It all comes down to making smarter moves, being one step ahead, and having faster decision-making so that way you can win on and off the court. No matter what your game plan is, B1 Sports is your AI teammate that you can count on. Get ready to elevate your performance with data-driven AI technology that's always in your corner. Join the future of sports technology today at b1sports.com. It's time to play smarter, compete harder, and win bigger. Go to b1sports.com today.
So we did it, and it hit, and it hit well. So with the context that I had prior to the league, matter of fact, I'm gonna go all the way back to 2018, real quick. Emmanuel Moutier.
Yeah.
I went to my people, Donnie, and Donnie and Paul. As a matter of fact, Tyson, we was all talking. I was like, hey, this is what I want to do with SwinCity. But I wanted to get certain guys' blessings, and show love to the city, because we have so many pros. We've had so many pros come out, And so he was one of my first guys. It was him. It was Terrell Harris.
Yeah.
Tiffany Jackson. Uh, Sydney.
Mm-hmm.
What's Sydney? She's at UT. What's Sydney's last name? You know who I'm talking about? She's a coach.
Yeah. Not who am I? Man, I forget her. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
she's the assistant coach.
Yeah. She's assistant coach.
Yeah.
Went to A&M.
Where always wears the toughest fits.
The toughest fits.
Yeah.
You know?
It's day to day with her. Too.
Yeah. It's you're never gonna miss.
Yeah, ever.
But you know, she was one of them, and you know, it's basically like the part where we was naming like divisions after them, like you know, the Emmanuel Moutier, the Terrell Harris, the Tiffany Jackson, you know, just those things right there. And they were like, "Oh yeah, we in." And then fast forward, you know, I talked to his brother, J Mike, and I was like, "Yo, I'm doing this pro league." He was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Now you know you have to have a sanction and all this other stuff." I was like, "I'm gonna get that." He was like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "I'm positive. I'm gonna get it." He was like, "All right, bet." Called him back. I got it. I need E-Man to play.
Yeah.
And then it just went on from there, and I went to a couple of the other guys. When I mean by the other guys, the other people that's in the Pro-Am world, the Pro-Am tournament world. You know, here in the South, we have a lot of Pro-Am tournaments, but we don't have a lot of Pro-Am leagues.
Right. So,
and we did, but we didn't have one currently at the time. So, let's see so I reached out to some of the guys that I knew that I used to play with, and they had their own teams. I'm like, "Hey man, come play in my league." It was like, "Swin, there's a lot of leagues. We already have a lot of, you know, leagues that's here." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool, but you know, no knock on none of them. Like, I'm doing something really different." He was like, you know, we'll do it because it's you. You know, we rock with you." I'm like, "All right, appreciate it." And if you don't like it, I'll give you money back. He said, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "All right." And I said, "But I'm looking at your facial expressions the whole time when you pull up." He was like, "All right, cool." They pulled up. I gave them their jerseys. They said, "What's these for?" I said, "Remember I told you I was getting jerseys?" He was like, "Yeah. Here you go."
Yeah.
They pulled them out. They said, "Oh." I said, "That's one." You know, because I'm watching his facial expressions. He's like, we get to keep these? Like, yeah, these are y'all's. Just don't lose them because you're not getting no extras.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, bet." I said, "That's two." Then the guys put them on. Then everyone, that's three. Got them.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about it was during the next week, people were putting the jerseys on their bed like they're going to the first day of school with their shoes.
Yeah.
Saying like, "Yeah, this is what I'm wearing to SwinCity on week 2.
Yeah.
I said, "All right, cool, bet. We got the love." And after that, man, I haven't, you know, I basically just broke the brake pedal.
Yeah.
You know, all gas, no brakes.
For sure. So did the magazine side of it, did that just stem from like just your idea for the leagues, or was that kind of like?
Yeah. So here we go. Here's another piece to it. So I started off the league first, and because it flopped, I was like, "Man, I done created this, and it flopped. It's still a dope name." So I was at Hoop Fest when Jemias was playing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jemias and his family. Coincidentally, he was at IMG, one of my players that I used to train. My girl Liz Smith, she's at University of the Pacific right now, being a bucket.
Mm-hmm.
So that was that mutual, you know, and at halftime when while y'all was playing, I was like, "Hold on, was you on?"
Nah,
No,
he was a senior when I was in 8th grade.
8th grade, yeah. So the halftime of their first game, I went to his dad and I said, "Hey man, my name is Tony Swindle, blah, blah, blah. This is what I'm doing. I have SwinCity Mag. Mind you, SwinCity Mag haven't even existed yet."
Yeah.
Like, it literally started at halftime. After I took that picture,
Yeah.
I looked at that picture. I said, "You sure right." Saw his dad, talked to his dad, went to the media table. create the Twitter. Like as it's going on, I create the Twitter that fast. I create the email. I created the email, the Twitter within halftime. Then later on that night, I created the IG.
Yeah.
And the next day, I created the first cover of SwinCity Mag, which had Jemias on there.
Yeah.
Doing the floater.
I remember that picture too. I know the exact one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And then after that, that went crazy. So then with our next cover, it had Maxie.
Yep.
Jalen Wilson, Davion Harmon, Chris Harris. Shouts out to those 4 guys, dope dudes.
Yeah.
And then we had RJ, and we had Wade, we had Mike, we had Micah, we had y'all. Matter of fact, our last one was with y'all.
You know what? Yeah, I remember that actually.
Yeah,
I remember PV bringing us in there, and he was like, yeah, y'all are taking a picture for a magazine cover. I was like, man, we're like that, like we're that good.
Yeah, I mean, the team that y'all had, man, that was.
Oh, we were crazy. Yeah, we were stacked.
It was a strong bond, man. It was definitely a strong bond.
I mean, when you play with 7 guys for at a minimum of 4 years, most of those guys, like especially like Eric and Ron and those guys, I've been playing with them since 5th grade, 6th grade. Yeah. So I mean, we were gonna be that good. But yeah, man, dude, one more thing I gotta ask you.
Go ahead.
Because with Run DFW, we're not like just focused on the basketball side. We love the business side. Like I know I speak for everyone with Run DFW. Like we're all business fiends when it comes to this.
Yes.
So you started this with no money, just all hustle, bootstrapped it yourself.
Yeah.
Like, and based on everything that you're telling me, it's like when you think of something, you just take action on it.
I just take action.
Every championship team needs reliable players, and in the kitchen, your equipment is your starting lineup. You need stainless steel solutions that perform under pressure, help you stay in the game, and finish the job. That's where Advanced Tabco's Smart Fabrication comes in. Just like a professional team trusts this MVP, you can trust Smart Fabrication to help you with all of your kitchen needs. From work tables to sinks to custom fabrications, Advanced Tabco delivers precision, durability, and excellence to help you win on every play. Whether you're running a fast food service kitchen or you're being meticulous about every detail, Smart Fabrication is built for the high stakes of food service. It's designed to help you optimize your space, maximize your workflow, and get consistent results every single time. And in a world where every second counts, there's no room for turnovers. That's why Advanced Tabco's Smart Fabrication is your go-to teammate for building a kitchen that works just as hard as you do. Ready to bring home your food championship? Visit advancedtabco.com and get the equipment that helps you deliver the win.
Give me some lessons that you learned from that.
You can't be afraid to fail. When we were all in the, outside the studio, it was like the nose. That nose was a fail, but it makes you tougher. And my grandfather, he was an entrepreneur in his time. He passed at 103. And he was like, man, what is that you want to do? And he was in the logging business. I didn't know nothing about the logging business. My mother and them never told me about the logging business, that he did. And I was like, man, I want to have my own media company. He said, well, you gotta go get it. You gotta jump off the cliff and worry about the fall later. I said, what? Get your old metaphor.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, no, I'm serious. I'm serious, young Swindle. So I said, young Swindle. He didn't know my name. he's 100. He don't, he know his kids' names. It's okay. He said young Swindle. He was like, all right, I'm good with it. But he said, jump off the cliff, worry about the fall later. You'll be okay. I took that advice. And that's literally all it is, man. Whatever you like, just the example that I just gave, I literally looked at the camera, went over to Avery and said, this is what I'm doing. He didn't know that he hadn't even started yet.
Yeah.
But by the end of that night, they saw what was what was going on. And then that next day, I what did I do? Oh, I showed him the cover. He was like, oh, you already got the cover? I was like, yeah. I don't know if you remember Jordan Oliver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was on my women's side.
Right.
So it was just one of those things where it's like, man, whatever you see in your head, just do it. This ain't rocket science.
For sure.
It literally ain't. Now, once I got it going, that's when I had, okay, let me start writing this down, how I'm going to attack it. But a lot of people don't start because they think you have to start a certain way. Like when we first started walking, was there a proper way to walk? We over here.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. There's no proper way to start. It's just to start. And then you'll be able to navigate from there.
Yeah. No, that's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. Last thing I got for you.
Gotcha.
Where do you see all this going? What's your vision for it?
The vision is limitless, man. A city is built for the community. It's built for the people. If you look at Dallas, you look at even Fort Worth, you look at the DFW, period, it's growing. It's growing. And that's what a city is for. It's for growth. And it's untapped. So with this, I say my vision, it grows by day. So I can say, yeah, we're going to put Timmy the dinosaur on the roof. But next thing we know, we're going to want to put a helicopter next to Timmy.
Yeah.
Okay, now we got Timmy. So now we need some chefs to make some plates for the VIPs. Now you can come in with slides. Now now when you come in, there's a chime, a pleasant chime every time you come in. Welcome to SwinCity. It's going to be never ending.
Yeah,
it's never ending. I mean, the program side of it is never ending. Making sure people understand financial literacy. It's never going to end. It's a city. It's a city, and that's what it is.
For sure.
So
for sure.
Yeah, it's about growth. That's all I can say.
Well, Swin, man, we appreciate you coming on, dropping a lot of knowledge. Appreciate you sharing your story. I know for me, like that's good stuff because I'm a young cat. I'm trying to figure it out in my own way.
Yeah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just about, hey, whatever you see in your head, it can happen.
For sure.
What's that old song? Roll, roll, roll your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream. Dude, you're doing it. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I got my own Letterman. Shouts out. I'll go online to check out our Lettermans.
For sure. Awesome, man. Awesome.
So, I mean, it's just, we're living proof to do what you want to do. That's it. Just do it. Well, I got to do it this way. No, just freaking do it. I want to say the other word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're good, man.
Yeah,
you're good. Yeah. But no, Swin, appreciate you coming on. Gave us a lot of good stuff today, man. So thank you.
Appreciate it,
man, we're going to stay tapped in, keep on following up with you and everything.
Yeah.
Looking forward to having you as a repeat guest on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
No, definitely. I have a lot of things to say, matter of fact, shouts out to everybody that love me and hate me at the same time. Thank you.
Yeah.
Respectfully. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, man, y'all go check out Swin's page. Go check out the SwinCity. Go copy some merch. And if you're a real hooper and you're really about that life, go get signed up for the SwinCity League, man. I promise you, it's going to be a lot of fun. I've done it. Run DFW is a part of it. And we got a good, close working relationship. Outside of that, for anyone who's listening, make sure that you follow Run DFW and subscribe to this podcast. And we will catch you in the next episode. Peace. Guys, it's official. Run DFW is back in the 2025 TBT tournament that will be taking place this summer. But that's not all. Leading up to that, we have a lot of very exciting things that we're going to be rolling out for you, including our Beyond the Arc podcast, our Coach's Corner with Jake and Tebow, and other content that we will be posting on our YouTube. So make sure that you go subscribe and like all of those videos because we're going to be spamming you with the highest quality basketball content
around. And if you're looking for ways that you can become interacted, be on the lookout for a fan club that we're going to be launching very soon, so that way you can support us and we can give it right back at you. On top of all of that, over these next few months leading up to the tournament, we're going to be looking for ways to interact with our community and get involved with all of you guys, because we want to build this fan base and we want to thank you guys for supporting us in all of the ways that you do. So on behalf of all of Run DFW, I want to thank you in all of the support that you guys provide us in building the Dallas basketball community. Stay in touch with everything going on here at Run DFW, so that way we can go win this TBT in the summer.